The Aladdin can be configured in a number of different ways. To access the setup menu, we tap on the tools on the upper right-hand corner, and we have a number of different tabs. We have the general tab that is going to tell us what language are we using, the format of the date, the time. The patient require fields. You can select ID only for patients who are going to be part of the study and in which the demographics of the patients are not needed, or you can select surname, name, and date of birth for patients who are going to be part of the clinical history. In measurements, we have different combinations. We have to have the default map being axial or tangential in keratometries. The scales can be in diopters or in millimeters, and the map, the topography map, can be defaulted in absolute or normalized. Of course, that can be changed during the measurement, but the default in this case would be normalized or absolute. Also, we can use the classic format or the ISO format. The cylinder can be positive or negative depending on how you refract. The refractive index is always 13375, which is the refractive index of the vitreous body, and the aspericity can be defaulted in the E number, SF, P, or Q. The acquisition is always defaulted in keratometry, axial length, and anterior segment. But if you're going to measure an aphakic eye or a pseudophakic eye, in that case, the anterior chamber is not measured and you have only keratometry and axial length. In the pupillometry, you can display this ring in the center, the pupil periphery, the ruler, and the grid. The map option can have SIMK meridians or emimeridians, and the three zones that the measurements are described can be 3, 5, and 7 millimeters from the center, or 2, 4, and 6 millimeters from the center of the cornea. In surgeons, you can add names and addresses of different surgeons that are going to be using the instrument, and that will allow you to customize the different brands and type of lenses to each surgeon, just to customize with the lenses that that surgeon in particular is going to use, so he doesn't have to go through the entire list of lenses. In intraocular lenses, we have in the general tab the different formulas that we have. The Aladdin has on board the Haigis, the Hofer Q, Holiday 1, SRK2, SRKT, and the Barrett Universal 2 formula. Also, we have a box that we can check, and we are going to enable the Abulafia-Koch astigmatic correction for further astigmatic correction of the toric intraocular lenses. For the post-operative calculation formulas, we have Camelin-Calosi, Shamas, and the Barrett True K. We can preset different lenses for different surgeons. So as I said before, the surgeon doesn't have to go through the entire list. And we have regular IOLs, toric IOLs, and post-refractive IOLs. In here we have the IOL list, in which you can see all the manufacturers and all the models that each manufacturer has. If we select a different manufacturer, the models change. And you can add or subtract any kind of model or manufacturer from the list if you're not going to be using that particular one. You can also add models of intraocular lenses. You can edit intraocular lenses, for example, changing the A constant and different parameters. And one very important feature is the ULIB update, in which you can download the ULIB database from the ULIB website and plug in a USB memory into the side of the Aladin. You can update the ULIB list with all the new lenses and deleting all the old lenses that are no longer manufactured. This is a very important and very useful feature of the Aladin. In connectivity, we have the possibility to export the information to a network folder, to a distant server. We can perform XML export. We can export to external software, and we can export to DICOM in DICOM mode. If we are going to enable DICOM, then we can configure it according to the different work list, the query and retrieve, storage, and storage commitment. Also, it's possible to transfer information to ImageNet 6 and to iBase for European models. The administrative tab gives us the possibility to modify the header, placing the header of the practice where the Aladin is going to be used. It allows us to backup and restore the memory of the instrument, and that is particularly useful when an instrument has been used in a show for demos, and then the instrument is being sold. You can delete all the information and leave the instrument in factory standard back without any information loaded. We can upgrade when new software comes along. You can download the software from the web, install it in a USB drive, and then transfer it with the upgrade button for the software to be upgraded. You can also have remote assistance. If you have internet access, you can connect the instrument to the internet, and because it's powered by a computer, it can be repaired from a distance using remote access.